Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel, English and Literature with Carol. In case you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. For our subscribers, thank you for being here. Let's walk the journey. This is a new book that we have begun. We want to move on with analysis of literature set books, and I know you will enjoy, you will love it. Some of you have been requesting for this book, and now here is our beginning. The Samaritan by Lara is a set book that is the Form 4s and Form 3s are preparing for their KCSE. So it's a very important book. Please pay attention to everything that you hear and give your comments. Learn, you people. You will be preparing for the excerpt. An excerpt is mostly found in paper 2. Thank you for making that paper 2 go viral. By the way, I've seen that you people have been supporting the paper 2 so well. Thank you for that. And now I will teach you the Samaritan, hoping that you will be preparing for paper 2, the excerpt question 2. That's normally 25 marks. Or you will be preparing for paper 3, especially for 2024 candidates. You'll be preparing for the Samaritan as a paper 3. Either way, you need to remember this book at heart, love it, understand it, and that is why I'm here, to teach you and guide you. Please feel free to come and join me on this lovely journey. Now, the Samaritan is a play. The person who writes a play is called a playwright. So the playwright is Lara. He has written this book with a setting, with a fictional setting. This one is a fictional book. It is not real. So fiction meaning that this work has been imagined. The setting is a fictitious Maracas municipality, and it's an allegory of the Samaritan. You remember that parable? Jesus' parable of the Good Samaritan? We will be learning how the Samaritan is related to that. So please welcome as we start. Now, this book has 4 scenes. That is scene 1, and every scene has also act. It has act 1, scene 1, act 2, scene 1, 2 and 3, act 3, scene 1, 2 and 3, and act 4, scene 1, 2 and 3. So that's how it has been arranged. If you need to understand this, I've made a summary here on the board. You can go along with me. And it's good for us to have some reading at the blurb there at the back of the book, which tells us that the Samaritan tells us the story of 2 students. Who are these 2 students in Maracas municipality? That is Montano and Alvita, who develop an app. That is the Samaritan app, an online app for whistleblowing as well as sharing ideas and information with a view of improving governance and enhancing public welfare. Soon, the Samaritan is flooded with damning information about unparalleled corruption, malfeasance, and political capture perpetrated by Maracas municipal leaders. Now, this one you will notice what follows is a theater of absurd under the fear of public exposure on the app and the threat of imprisonment. These leaders know that they'll get imprisoned. These leaders are people like Mayor Mosi. I'm already mentioning characters for you. Hello, that is how sweet this lesson is. They are now wondering, are our evils getting exposed to the society? Imagine you can make a difference as a student, and this is what, through the help of Nicole, the ethics and innovations teacher, with the 2 students, that is Montano and Alvita, these students have been used as major characters to show us that we can actually conquer the evil. And now we see a new dawn in Maracas municipality begins with the arrest of the enemies of progress. The Samaritan traces the problems that ravage human societies back to the human hearts. Ultimately, the decision to make moral rather than evil choices is always within the radius of all individuals in the society. The playwright exposes often hypocritical underbelly of the political leadership and desires to inspire individual examination of conscience for each one of us to shun evil for the good of society. Because, as the philosopher said, the problems of the human society are the problems of the heart. The problems of the human society are the problems of the heart. This takes us to Act 1, Scene 1. We see what I have given you here is a summary, just an overview. In Act 1, no award for Montano and Alvita. They have innovated, they have come up with this beautiful app called the Samaritan, but the leaders in Maracas municipality, where Mosi calls himself Mosi or Atunya, the smoke that thunders, has refused to award them. Why? He suspects that this app is up to no good. We will learn more about that. In Act 2, because now these leaders have discovered that there are people who are aware and this app has been online, there's a crisis. They're in a crisis. They wonder what will happen. They cannot even handle their issues. Now the leaders have gathered and they're in a crisis. Definitely if you're in a crisis, you will be scheming. How are they trying to scheme? They're trying to find strategies and ways of having. How do they cover up? How do these leaders cover up? That's how we discover that these leaders are really evil. In Act 2, Scene 1, definitely they have been unearthed and the app has gone viral. People are uploading information. We even have volunteers who are coming up and reporting all cases of malpractice. So they are really worried. Now, when they are worried and these leaders are asking, what are we going to do? Mosi is really worried. He wants to meet Nicole and bribe her into trying to even bring the app down. But remember, Nicole is forthright. And now they have to, when they discover that Nicole is someone that you cannot move, they have the political plan. They come now in a way to try and intimidate this ethics and innovation teacher, that is Nicole, and try to see whether she can bring the app down. Guess what? She's a straightforward person. She will not be cowed. Now, in Act 3, we proceed and see that they are in a class. It's a classroom setup. In Scene 3, Act 1, they have a lesson of the evil spirit and the good spirit. And these students, now we see the role of education. And now we know, wow, Nicole is an excellent teacher and she will not be cowed. Now we will see still Nicole, very strong-willed. She will not bat an eyelid. She will not even be cowed by any kind of leader. Remember, just a high school teacher. And she has set even mayors, judges, inspector of police. They are all in panic mode. That is the power of truth. And now there is a stop rally. They want to stop. They want to stop. These leaders now, they are divided. They are desperate. They say now, if we allow Mayor Mosi to continue with this path, I think we will get exposed. Let's rally the people. That's why we have the stop rally. And now in Act 4, as we are going to Scene 1, did you remember where you saw Jaden as a righteous, self-righteous man who says, you cannot go scattering skeletons all over? We know now that he has skeletons, huge, huge skeletons. Do not confuse Jaden and think that is Justice Jaden. A justice who is extremely corrupt. Payday, remember, in pieces of literature where everything evil that you do, you have to pay for your sins. That is payday. That is payday. Before we get to payday, we will look at Act 4, Scene 2, prosecution. Remember, I have written it in a question mark. Is it a prosecution? Of course, they will face their consequences. They will not get away with this. And now we know that really these characters will have to pay for their sins, whether they like it or not. Are they facing prosecution? Let us find out. And finally, they will have to pay for their sins. That is why it's called payday. Definitely all the evils that these leaders have been committing, when they are going to convince Nicole that she's the one who is on the wrong, they are captured by the anti-corruption unit and they have cases to answer. That is what we will be going through in the Samaritan. Don't sit there and say you do not understand the book. That is the book. And now I'm preparing the ground for you. I know you're good students. Now I will go to act by act. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4. So that by the end of it, you will totally understand this book. This one was just the foundation. Thank you for watching. Let me prepare the next video for you. Bye. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share. Bye.